Okay, now in the last video, this is where we left off. Now I'm going to teach you how to get these two answers. Here's what you do. You bring your line over here, okay? What you have is, I want you to circle the square root then. Circle that, because that's going to be the key thing, is figuring out what that equals, okay? So first I have a 1, okay? So I put 1, and then I put plus or minus. Now I don't know what I'm going to plus or minus yet, so we need to leave that empty for now. And then on bottom, 2 times 2, we need to times those. 2 times 2 is 4, okay? So times, and that's 4. Now, here's how you figure out what you're going to put here. You go off the side, you make 2 square roots, okay? The first thing you do is take -1 to the second power. Now, all you need to do is take -1 times itself. That's what a second power means. This number times itself. And then we need to write 4 times 2 times -7. Okay, so -1 times -1 is 1. And then I put this minus sign. Okay, I have a minus here, so I need to put a minus. And then I take 4 times 2 times -7. So 4 times 2 times -7 is -56. So after the minus, we put -56. Now, if I'm subtracting a negative number, we go plus with that. And 1 plus 56 is 57. Now, on my calculator, I need to find the square root of 57. So I go second square root 57. And I got 7.454. Just put the first 2 digits, you see. You don't need to round, okay? If you did, you put 7.55 because you have a 9. But we're just good with 7 point. So what I need to do is take that number and put it here. Now, here's what I do. I write 1 plus 7.54. I need to click equals and then divide by 4. So divided by 4. Okay, and I got 2.13. That's your first answer. Now, the second answer, I take 1 minus 7.54. I click equals, and then I divide by 4. You got to click equals before you divide, so -1.63. Okay, so requires a lot of getting used to. Okay, so the next one, I take this line and just move it over. So I have plus minus, so I have a 5. Now I don't put anything here because I need to figure out what this thing equals. And 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, now the square root is the big monster, okay? Now remember, we have a minus, okay? So -5 to the second means I take -5 times itself, okay? That's what a second power does. It takes the base number times itself. And then I take 4 times 3 times 1. So -5 times -5 is 25. So I put 25, okay? And then after the minus, I take 4 times 3 times 1, and that's 12. So 25 minus 12. 25 minus 12 is 13. Okay. Okay, now I need to find the square root of 13. So I go second square root and then 13. And I got 3.60 or 3.6. Okay. So I take 5 plus 3.60. You've got to click equals after you add and then divide by 6. And that's 1.43. Then you take 5 minus 3.60, click equals 1.4, and then divide by 6, and that's 0.23. Okay, the next one. I have that plus minus, and the first thing I have is a 10. I have no idea what this is. I'm going to have to go up here and figure it out. Now down here, 2 times 1 is 2. So we got to figure out our square root. So negative 10 to the second will be negative 10 times negative 10. And then 4 times 1 times 22. Okay, so negative 10 times negative 10 is 100. And then we have to always put minus because that's part of the formula is to minus. It might change to plus, but it depends on what this product is here. So 4 times 1 times 22 is 88. So 100 minus 88 is 12. And now I find the square root of 12. Okay, I got 3.46. So I have 10 plus 3.46. I click equals and then divide that by 2. And that's 6.73. Now I take 10 and minus the 3.46, click equals, and then divided by 2, and that's 3.27. So you're going to get decimals that just go on. You got to round them. Okay, now this is where we had set up, so I transfer my line over here. So I have a plus minus, negative 9 is where I start. Okay. Oops, I should do that down here. I'm sorry. We want to be consistent with our workspace. Okay, so there and there. So, and then I don't know what goes there. 2 times 8 is 16. Okay, now the square root. So I make 2 of them with a minus, that's part of the formula, and then 9 to the second, that means 9 times 9, and then 4 times 8 times 2. Okay, so 9 times 9 is 81, and then 4 times 8 times 2 is 64. So 81 minus 64 is 17. So you need to find what the square root is. What number times itself 17? There's no clear-cut number, so it's going to be 4.12. So we take negative 9 and I plus 4.12. I click equals and then divided by 16. And that's negative 0.31. Okay. And then we take negative 9 minus 4.12. I click equals, and then divided by 16 is going to be negative 0.82. Okay, that's all I have to say on that today. I hope it has been informative, and next time we'll practice it all at once. Okay, it does take a little while to get used to.